everybody. We wanted to welcome you back to I Told My Wife I'm Paying Bills. I'm Slim,
I'm black.
and we're back for another episode. Happy New Year to everyone. This is episode six.
Yep.
Episode six.
Yep.
Nice. Okay. So if you remember, we finished the last episode. It was the Injustice series.
Mm.
And that was a really good series. It was a two-part episode. If you haven't listened to it, please go back and check it out. Um, and also bear with us too. We're actually testing out some new microphones and audio equipment too. So if we hear a little echoey, I'm still testing that out. So we'll see what's going on with that. So how was your holiday?
It was pretty good. Pretty good. Wasn't off as much as I liked to be, but typically I take vacations. Either in late spring and during the late summer. So
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
gonna make up for it sooner or
Yeah.
later.
That's good. That's good. Um, so did you get a lot of gaming in during the holiday?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
I when I could, I definitely did. Got tried out this game, Gungrave Gore.
Okay. All right. We can talk about that a little bit.
Yeah.
What else did you do? Did you get into any other games or just pretty much mostly that one?
Um, I did want to try the Calypso Protocol, but I did not have a chance to. I had a deep dive back into Skyrim. Don't
Mm.
ask me why.
Uh-huh.
It's just that game is just so addictive for me. I'm a huge RPG guy,
Got
so
it. Yeah, I
and
understand.
I could tell you how it happened real quick. Me and a coworker, one of my employees, they were telling me about how they were playing Skyrim, and he was like, "Well, how you do this? How you do that?" And I was telling them what to do, in certain situations. He was trying to level up or whatnot, and and it got the fire going back with that game, and I couldn't help it. I had to re-download it and play
Yeah. Okay.
it.
Okay. Yeah.
With mods, of course, with mods.
I hear that. I hear that. All right. Yeah, I did notice that you were playing when I was anytime I signed into my Xbox, I saw you playing Skyrim, but I wanted to see if there was any other ones.
Mhm.
So I actually got into some games over the holidays. I was off for 2 weeks
Mhm.
for the type of job I have. I ended up getting 2 weeks at the end of the year off. And it was excellent. Ended up getting surprised with an Xbox Series X, so that was awesome.
Now,
so,
was that and was that an actual surprise or?
so it was. So here's the funniest part about the surprise. My family, we have this thing where we can't keep secrets like that from each other. We love giving each other gifts, and I we had put the tree up. We started putting presents under the tree,
Mm.
and we got everything together. Well, my daughter and my wife were like cheesing about something, and whatever. I won't pay
Mm.
attention. And so they was just like, "Oh man, we gotta open the gift. We gotta open the gift." And they was like handing me my gift. I was like, "I don't want to open a gift right now." I was like, we still got like a week or two before Christmas.
Mm.
I forgot when it was. It was probably either like the first Friday I got off or something. I don't remember when it was. But I just remember we did all that, put the tree up, ornaments and all that. And so they pressured me, man. And I'm not one to bend the pressure, but I'm just like, okay, they're really excited about this gift. Let me see what the gift is. And it was hilarious because like as soon as I opened the gift, like when they handed me the gift, I'm like, why are they giving me a DVD? Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because and it's a DVD case,
Mm.
So I'm like, why are they giving me a DVD?
Mm.
I'm like, they know I really don't watch DVDs like that,
Mm.
and I stream, so I didn't get it.
Mm.
So either way, I'm just like, whatever. All right, fine, I'll open it. So open the gift. Next thing I know, I'm staring at Gotham Knights.
Ah,
And I was
awesome.
like, "Oh my gosh!" I was like, "I can't believe y'all did it.
Mm.
I cannot believe that y'all did that." And I knew exactly what it was. I knew as soon as I saw it, I
Mm.
was like, "They got me an Xbox Series X." And so I ended up finding out before. I found out that I was getting the Xbox, but my wife, like she did before when I got my Xbox 360, she's like, "Yeah, so you can't open that till Christmas, right?"
Of
I
course,
was
of
like,
course.
"Really?"
Brutal, so brutal,
Yes, yeah. So
so
I had to
brutal.
wait about a week and a half, I think, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little less. I'm not sure, but yeah. So, but either way, once I got it, I pretty much sat on the couch that whole week playing different games.
Mm,
Um, Ironically, I started a game High on Life. We're gonna talk about that tonight.
mm.
Uh, and that game is nuts. But I started High on Life, played that for a little bit, finished that game, beat that game. I started it on the Xbox One, and it transferred beautifully to the Series X. And I also played Gotham Knights, of course.
Mm,
I love that game. I might touch on that a little bit, but I want to play a little bit more
mm,
because I there's a couple different modes you can play, and I love the way you can actually cross between two different people's stories.
mm,
So I was actually playing co-op with my brother at one point,
mm.
and that was kind of cool because he would jump into my story or I jump into his story, and we're at two different parts in the story. But then again, too, with the different parts of the story, you can actually pick like which one because they have different crimes you can actually go and solve. So they got
Ah,
a Harley Quinn crime going, they got a Clayface crime going, they got a Mister Freeze crime going,
mm,
and it was actually really interesting, really fun. So I want to play that a little bit more, and I'm gonna talk about that on the podcast. But I played High on Life, I um played that Gotham Knights, and then I've been gaming with my family.
mm,
This is like the first time since like when we had all this type of online gaming that I played with so many family members at once, and it's
mm,
actually been fun and just like really interesting, and I love it. It's really interesting to me. Coming up with the whole Nintendo and coming up with like Genesis,
mm,
Super Nintendo, all these others, freaking Atari. Starting off of that,
mm,
this is the first time that I've gamed so many with so many family members in so many different places.
mm,
I've got two nephews that I played with. I got two of my brothers. I've
mm,
got my daughter was here in the house with me. Her boyfriend was on the line with us too.
mm.
Then my boy Reggie actually he actually joined in and played with us at one point too.
Oh, wow.
So and the game that I'm talking about actually is Modern Warfare 2. So
Yeah, yeah, of course.
we was doing that,
Mm,
so that was just immense and it was so fun. So
mm,
that was pretty much a good portion of the last part of my holiday. And then I ended up buying my daughter I bought my daughter and her boyfriend both a copy of Call of Duty so they can join us.
mm,
Because um once I got into it, I knew my daughter would love it, and
mm,
my daughter they're actually hooked. They like for the last like 2 or 3 nights, they've been actually, asking me, "Hey, are you getting on? Are you getting on?"
mm,
And then I had a text earlier, my brother texted me, he's like, "Hey, guys, I'm getting on." So the best part about it is it's cross-platform.
mm,
So we got a PC gamer, we've got a PS5 gamer, and we
mm.
have Xbox gamers.
Yeah.
So I like that. My daughter, she's got a Series S. She's
Mm,
playing on a Series S. Her boyfriend's on a computer.
mm,
I'm actually playing on the Series X. We actually have an Xbox One. Once I clean out my old Xbox One, I'm
mm,
gonna send it to my nephew so he
mm,
can play because right now he only has a Switch, but
mm.
he's in the military, so he's got to get his duty station first.
Right.
Once he gets his duty station, get it all figured out, we'll go ahead and I'll let him get my one so he can just kind of take that along. But
Mm,
either way, though, I just think it's kind of cool where I'm just gaming with the family, and I'm sure people have done this before,
yeah.
but you gotta understand this is kind of a first for me just
Right.
because of
Right.
how many people I've been playing with. Look, it was at one point, it was like, I wanna say like 6 or 7 of us, I think, on the game, probably more.
That was
So,
awesome.
that
That's
was yeah,
awesome.
it was
That's
really
gotta be
dope.
awesome.
It was really dope,
Mm,
so, but that's pretty much the games that I was playing over the holidays, though. But, we're gonna go ahead and circle back to Gungrave Gore. That was a game that, you had told me about,
mhm,
and I haven't tried it yet,
mhm.
but, can you give me a little, insight about that game?
Well,
What first of all, too, what type of game is it?
it's a third person. It's this third person shoot 'em up game. Like it kind of reminds you of Devil May Cry.
Okay.
But with Devil May Cry, you're slicing people and all this other stuff. But this guy is just shooting up everything in sight. He has this big bazooka cannon like saw slash gun on his back, and he sort of walks like with a like it's kind of encumbering him a little bit,
Mhm. Mhm.
But the guy is a he's a awesome.
Alright. Alright.
There's another word I want to use, but I can't. So you know,
Yeah, I
uh,
gotta figure out a bleep button.
yeah. But just so to speak, he's awesome. He's awesome. He's all these moves with the guns. Shoot up. You can shoot up guys, build up all your hit points, and
Mhm.
then do like a super blast. And he's got like 3 or 4 different versions of these blasts. Um, he can actually pull people towards him and like cap them in the head.
Uh-huh.
He's got all these crazy moves, and he's going against this syndicate, this drug syndicate. You know, and it's a pretty awesome game. It's a pretty awesome game. I've only played it like two. Yeah, I think I've played only 2 times.
Okay.
Because I had to get used to the how much you shoot.
The
I mean,
triggering.
you're constantly firing. I beat the first boss on the first stage, and I'm almost on the second boss.
Mhm.
But it's a very interesting game. Not much as far as the storyline. Yeah, he's going against this big drug syndicate in the future. you know,
Mhm. Mhm.
um,
So how far in the future is that? Is that one of
not
those
not
is
not.
it like 2042 or something like that, or
It's not that far into the future. Just you got all these big, like the first boss I had, it was a big mech
Uh-huh.
that I had to defeat. And that's another thing too. The game is not that hard.
Okay.
It's not that hard. I didn't even die.
Mhm.
I just knew I was like, I'm gonna die a couple times in this game, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Um, because he's constantly shooting, and he doesn't. It's one of those just boom, 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 boom. He's just shooting. He has no ammo count or anything like that. It's one of those games that's meant for fun,
Mhm.
not so much as strategy. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah.
But I thought it was pretty fun.
Yeah. That's cool.
So far,
Yeah.
so far it might get harder, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
All right. So when do you think you're gonna plan to get back on there?
I would say I would probably get back on it, play a little bit more of it. Come tomorrow. Tomorrow probably. I want to wrap it up. Within within a couple weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there's so many games that's coming out. I mean, Starfield's coming out,
I've
and
seen
I've got
people playing Destiny a lot more lately too.
Destiny 2.
Was there another package that dropped? I'm gonna have to look that up. I think
Lightfall is coming, but it hasn't dropped yet.
okay. Well, I've seen a lot of people playing it, and it looked like there was something else that was on there. But I've seen some people on my friends list
Unless
that
Lightfall, I'm sorry, but at least unless Lightfall did drop and I didn't know about it. I
it
Yeah.
might have because I haven't paid attention to the name because I
Mm,
just see Destiny 2. I'm like, oh yeah, that's one of the games that everyone loves and
mm,
they want to continue to play.
mm.
So I just thought it was that. Um, so I haven't checked out the package, whatever. But it's funny too because we played Destiny. I think what one time
Yeah,
it
yeah.
might have
I
been
mean,
twice, but
yeah,
we had
yeah.
with our third friend, all three of us,
Yeah.
and it just didn't go well. So
Well,
I don't think we all ever ended up playing again.
I just played more, way more than like with you guys with Grand Theft Auto
Right.
5 online.
Yeah, we gotta get
Uh,
you to do that too. I really gotta
yeah,
get you to
yeah.
get that.
Like y'all played way more of that, and
Yeah,
I hadn't even messed with it. And that's what it was with Destiny 2. I had played way more, and I
yeah,
was always helping you. Like, man, how do you get your level that high?
yeah. Well,
Like,
I really want to get you to play Grand Theft Auto 5 because 6 has been, I guess, kind of announced, and they're
yeah.
really weird. 6 have been like they've been on 5 for like the longest time.
Well, you know what? It's like Skyrim, man. In my honest opinion, it's
Mhm.
just like Skyrim. It just keeps coming. They keep coming out with different versions of 5 for different consoles.
And
You know,
all they've been doing for Grand Theft Auto is just dropping new heist.
that's
That's
all
it.
they've been doing.
That's it.
That's all they've
And
been doing.
so I really want you to play 5.
Mm,
I've got people we can actually play with, so we can actually go through all the heists because it's best to play these heists with 4 people.
mm,
You could there's like one heist or two heists that you could do with like 1 or 2 people.
mm,
There are a couple that you actually can do with just 1 or 2 people,
mm,
but it's better to do these heists with 4 people. You get more money, you get and you could just have a little bit more fun.
mm.
I really want you to try this out because when 6 come, I want us to play 6
Right.
so we can actually go through and just see how 6 is. I I feel like I wanna do the story again for Grand Theft Auto 5, but
Mm,
I'm like, I don't know, that was a really wide story, now I'm like, do I really wanna go back and do all of that? So, I don't know yet about
yeah.
that yet. However, um, yes, when 6 comes out, I wanna see about us getting on it. So, at some point, when we both have a little bit of time, I wanna get us both on 5 again. So
Yeah, I'm with
but
it.
yeah, yeah. But that's cool. I may try Gungrave Gore.
Mm,
Going back to that, I don't know because I have so many games. I have a friend who told
so
me,
many. So
and actually, talking about that friend, I'm gonna try and get him and his brother on the podcast.
mm,
My friend, he actually taught me a lot more about comics. I grew up with comics,
mm,
but I wasn't as into him as much as my brother was. I was into him. My brother though had a collection. Like
mm,
I remember he had these comic boxes full of comics, and he was mostly like X-Men that I could remember. All I remember is a whole bunch of X-Men comic books that he had,
mm,
and I've always been mostly DC.
mm,
Well, I kind of staved off comics for a little bit, and in my mind, I guess grew up, but it's really not so much of the growing up. It's more so I just didn't want to read individual issues anymore, and
mm,
that's I wanted to read the graphic novels.
mm,
So, this friend, one day we were just talking, and somehow it came up that we both liked comics, and I think it was because it was a Batman conversation, which everybody has a Batman conversation with me.
oh yeah, of course.
um,
You can't
so
avoid
yeah, so
it.
it's funny. We started talking. We realized we both like Batman, and we were both really into comics. And
Mm,
I was telling him how I hadn't really read the comics in a while and all this other stuff. He was like, "Man, you got to read some of these graphic novels."
mm,
So uh, he ended up bringing in some graphic novels that was so dope. By Gaslight, Arkham Asylum, all these other ones. These are older ones,
mm,
but they were still so dope. And he got me back into my love of comics. So I'll always be grateful for that. I mean, this guy's like a brother to me anyway, too. So
mm,
I'll always be grateful for that.
right.
But I want to get him on the show because we actually have some really interesting conversations about video games, about comics and things like that. So I want
Mm,
to get him on the show, and I want to get his brother on the show too because his brother's a gamer and he's been actually talking to me about some games. I got to get the Division 2 because he wants us to play that with him too.
oh wow.
So,
Okay.
um, we're gonna have some more guests. I actually found out my niece is a streamer. I've known she was a streamer, but uh, my niece is a streamer, so I want to get her on the show. So there's a couple of people, and then I'm actually looking for some PS5 players to give us some reviews about PS5 games.
Mhm.
So yeah, I guess you can call them correspondents or whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
But
of course.
being that we don't play PS5, I have a PS4, but it's dusty. I'm looking at it.
Mm,
Um, and I'm gonna get back on the PS4.
mm.
I promise because I really want to do Zero Dawn Horizon. I'm
Uh,
saying this
Forbidden
so
West.
wrong.
Yeah.
Forbidden West. Thank you. I really want to get back on that game because
Mm,
I had the original, the
yeah,
one that was a zero, Zero Horizon. So I had that one, and I loved it. That game is awesome. So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I want to get Forbidden West, and I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna get back on the PlayStation, and we're gonna get some PS5 gamers
Mm,
to talk. Uh, I found a way for we can get some call in, so hopefully we can get some call in and talk to some of these other people. But going back, I want to play Deathloop. That's the game that my friend was telling me about, and his brother was telling me about the Division 2. So I want to try that game out.
mhm,
Um, there's a couple other games that I was looking at that I wanted to try. I cannot remember off the top of my head because I was just seeing them, and games were coming at me left and right, especially
mm,
now with the new system with the next gen.
mhm.
Um, I definitely want to upgrade my TVs. This TV right here has got to go.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
gotta update that to smart, and I also need to get the resolution and all that up so
yeah.
I can bring my Xbox up here and I can play whenever. The only problem is when I game with my family, we all like to talk junk.
Oh yeah, of course.
So
There'd be a lot of editing too.
oh man, we talk so much junk and we go off, and it's hilarious. Like if you hear some of the stuff we say to each other, it's hilarious. And like the other night, I was having an off night. I was doing bad on Gotham Knights, and
Mhm,
then I went and played Call of Duty, and I was doing horrible on Call of Duty.
mhm,
Look, there's one time where my daughter's boyfriend and I had the flip side numbers.
mhm,
He had like he had like 101 kills and like 30 deaths or something like that.
mhm.
I had like 28 deaths and like 94 no, sorry. 28 kills and 94 deaths. And I was
Oof,
just like,
oof.
yo, I was like, why did I even pick up a controller today? I should have just put it down. I should have
Yeah.
left it down. So but yeah, but anyway, we're gonna work on like I said, getting more guests, getting more content in. We're also going to try and what was it? Oh, we're gonna try and go back on a couple of games. So Black and I actually tried to play Gears of War 3 together, and it failed because there's two different styles, the two different system versions. So we tried to play with my Xbox One, and he had the Series X, but there's a little couple different things, so we weren't able to play together. So
Mm,
now that I have my X, we can actually game together. All right, so we're gonna try and do that, and we're gonna talk about that because there was the movie that was announced,
mm,
and it's gonna be a live action movie, and there's gonna be a animated cartoon on Netflix. I don't
mm,
know if it's gonna be an adult cartoon, but I don't know if it's gonna be like a series or just a mini series, like a limited run series, like where there's only like 6 episodes, one of those, you know. So
mm,
we definitely want to get back into Gears 3 because Black never finished it,
mhm,
and we got to get some time to go and get on that. And hopefully, we're gonna try if the recording works out. We're gonna do a couple of tests here. If the recording works out the way we want, we're gonna try and up how many times we're gonna try and do twice a month to release episodes. So we're gonna do a little bit more, and hopefully we can actually increase the more content for y'all because we're always gaming and we're always watching movies and TV. So
mhm.
we hope you're enjoying. So but going back to the game that I played over the holidays, High on Life. So did you ever see Rick and Morty?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Are you a fan?
I'm not a big. I'm not a big fan. I may have seen a couple of episodes from here
Hmm.
and there, but my brother, my younger brother, was a big Rick and Morty fan.
Man, I'm telling you, you just got to go back and watch it because it's crazy. So you know the concept, Rick and Morty. I mean, I'm going into a little bit off of the trail here, but
Mm.
you know, Rick and Morty is basically based off of Back to the Future, right?
No, I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
I had no idea. No.
So Rick is based off of Doc, and Morty is based off of Michael J. Fox's
Yeah,
character.
yeah,
I
yeah.
can't.
That was name.
Why am I
Was it?
forgetting his name? I'm like drawing a blank. This have happened to me like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
lot.
I can't believe I can't remember his name.
Do you know how many times I watched the movie? And
Yeah,
if my wife heard me, which she's gonna tell me about this later when
Marty.
she listens to it, Marty, yes, thank you. And it's so funny because it's so close to Morty.
Yeah,
Marty McFly.
exactly. Yep, Marty McFly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
she's gonna get me back because this is one of her favorite movies. Like every time it's on TV, we watch it.
Oh,
So,
really?
oh
Oh,
man, I know I've seen it at least like 100 times.
okay.
Seriously, like we fall asleep to that movie.
Yeah.
All three. So anyway, that's the concept of Rick and Morty. Uh, and it's so crazy and so hilarious
Mm,
that they come off with some crazy concepts in that show.
mm,
Now, the reason why I'm bringing that up, especially the Rick and Morty fans will know, is because High on Life was created by the creator of Rick and Morty, uh, Roland, Justin Roland.
mm,
I had my notes and I did not even pull my notes up. I should have did that. The creator of Rick and Morty. um, so he has so many elements of Rick and Morty in that, but the actual show is I mean the actual game is crazy because it starts off where yeah his name is it is Justin. I might be saying it wrong too though. It's Justin Roland, but anyway, um he starts off where these two kids are in the house and like the the dude is in his house playing this video game, and the like his sister comes in talking all this junk, whatever. It's basically basic sibling rivalry, right?
Mhm.
All of a sudden, like I guess there's this big boom or something outside. I can't remember because it was like even though it wasn't that long ago, it was too long ago for me because so much other stuff happened in the game. I forgot how the very beginning of the game starts. So I probably want to play it again and redo the whole first part of it.
Mhm.
Um, but big boom outside or whatever. Aliens attack Earth. And you end up finding this one dead alien, and you find a talking gun on the dead alien's body. So you remove an inhibitor, and the gun it just goes off talking all this junk and all that stuff. Now, this part of the game, this is what got me interested because for a while people were actually playing different parts on TikTok,
Mm.
and so when I first saw it, it was on TikTok. That part of the game. Um, the a girl was actually like she was streaming it and she actually uh like was just standing still,
Mm.
and the whole time she was standing still the gun kept talking to her and was like, hey, come on, what are you doing? Why are you just standing there, and he's saying this stuff to her. So then I guess she pauses for some reason, and then she comes back and unpauses, and then the gun is like, did you just pause the game? And when he did that I was like, yo, what game is this? And so when I found the game on the Xbox, I was like, "Oh, I gotta play this game."
Mm.
So I didn't get to see that part of it because
Mm.
I was like hooked as soon as I started playing,
Mm.
and all that stuff happened, and your whole house gets transferred to another alien world, and on that alien world, you find a failed. No, I can't even say failed, but a retired. I don't know. He just looks beat down on his luck. An old bounty hunter,
Mm.
and that bounty hunter, you talk to him because the gun is what who tells you, hey, let's go find this bounty hunter so we can actually get your house back.
Mm.
I mean, get your home back, get your home world back, and that bounty hunter, he's so decrepit and funny. He's supposed to have 3 eyes. Well, 2 of his eyes work. His other eye is, like, all jacked up and it's just sitting down chilling. And, actually, with this podcast, when we post this podcast, I'm gonna go actually post some of the screenshots that I took. I took some screenshots. There's some hilarious moments in there. So, um, the, see if I can actually show you some of these too. So the um the other alien, the alien bounty hunter, he ends up setting up like a whole bounty hunter station at your house and stuff like that. Because when you tell him that you have a house and everything, he's like, "Oh, a place to live," and he basically moves into your house. Yeah, he moves into your house, and then you go through and do all these different bounties, and when you're doing all these different bounties, you're picking up all these other guns. Well, the guns are people called not people, but they're aliens called Gatlins,
Mm.
and their homeworld was also raided by these other aliens who raided your homeworld, who raided Earth,
Mm.
and after doing that, um, the Gatlins were actually experimented on and different things here or there, and they would just turn to different types of weapons. So throughout the game, you're finding other Gatlins who were like just who were kidnapped and just different things they were experimented on, different stuff here, there, whatever.
Mm.
Some of these Gatlins are crazy. There's a knife that you have, the bounty hunter's knife. The bounty hunter sends you to go fight this one person, thinking that, oh well, you're not going to survive this, but if you do survive, get my knife and bring my knife back to me. You get the dude's knife. Oh yeah, all these weapons can talk, by the way, that you
Mm.
use. So you get the knife. The knife is crazy, it's psycho. Like, when you stabbing something, it just goes, "Oh, that feels so good. Yeah, I love it. Come here. I need more blood." And it's like, "Really?" Yes. So, um, it's hilarious.
Mhm.
And so you take the knife back to the dude, and the knife is trying to kill the dude.
What?
The knife is trying to kill its original owner. He's like, "No, that dude sucks," and those other stuff like that he says. But the knife actually helps you out because it helps you like can swing and kind of go into other different things here or there. So
Mm.
that was actually pretty cool. But Yeah, you go to all the different worlds. With bounty hunting, you can actually like teleport to different places, different worlds, different things like that, looking for all these people who are all part of this syndicate.
Mm,
Who actually, the syndicate is what actually attacked Earth.
mm,
So, and you're working your way up to the boss of the syndicate,
mm,
and just some of the stuff that see. I want to say some of the stuff, but I don't want to spoil it for for the people who play it
right.
because I highly suggest if you have a good sense of humor and this game is not for kids. It
Mm.
looks like it's for kids. It is not for kids. Do not play this around your kids unless unless you cuss around your kids. Because even the weapons say cuss words. So do not play this around your kids.
Mm,
Because it's like every couple of words is a cuss word.
mm,
When the gun that's playing and his name's Kenny, when Kenny is actually shooting and stuff like that, the whole time, like Kenny is like cussing the whole time. So he does different stuff and so there's a lot of sexual innuendo as well.
mm.
Your sister, she's human. She ends up dating the alien. The alien sucks. Yeah, he's a complete a hole. So um yeah, it's actually a really good game. They even have a regular Applebee's in that game. There's a picture of that. I'm gonna go ahead and
You
post
gotta
a
be
picture of
kidding me.
that with that too. So yeah, it is hilarious. You have an Applebee's, and I took a picture of it because my wife and I, when we first started dating, we used to go to Applebee's all the time,
Mm.
and some of the stuff that we used to order is actually in that game. So I ordered it, and I took a picture of it. So I think that was hilarious. But it was really cool, and just seeing the different little things that they had in there.
Mm,
This game is definitely for people with a very good sense of humor.
mm.
This is a dark humor game, but it is so hilarious. I mean, it's so good that I want to go back and play it.
Mm,
You get a jetpack, and you can actually teleport different things like to different spots in the world.
mm.
So like at one point I teleported a movie theater. You can actually sit down and watch a whole movie in the theater. Now, I don't know. I think there's an achievement. I know there's an achievement for actually teleporting a theater there, and I can't remember if it was if I got the achievement for actually sitting and watching the movie. But I didn't watch the whole movie. I sat down, let the movie start a little bit, and then I got up because I was like, I'm not gonna sit here for this whole movie. But there's like a couple tricks to the game too.
Mm,
So while before I got to actually get fully into the game too, I watched a couple of TikToks about it, and I looked up some stuff and I saw someone say, and you see, spoilers don't bother me. I don't really care. I'll still enjoy something even if there is a spoiler out there. I don't
mm.
really care. So I looked up and someone said that you had to sit for over an hour at one point because that's one of the parts of the game. You have to sit for an hour, and I'm like, man, I'm not sitting for an hour in this
Mm-mm.
game. I'm like, what? No, I'm not gonna do that. But I didn't look that part up. But I did look up just a couple of other things, and I ended up finding out that part you really don't have to sit for an hour.
I
So
would hope not.
yeah, no, 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 no.
They're gonna make
You
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 do
just
that.
have to actually pay attention. That's the thing. You have to pay attention because if you don't pay attention, then you will be sitting there for an hour. You'll be like, "What the heck is going on?"
Mm.
But yeah, if you pay attention, you'll see. You don't have to sit for an hour. But some of the stuff, there's parts in the games where I know it had to been done purposely, but it seems like the people just give up. Like some of the stuff they're saying, they're just like, yeah, just whatever, just do this, whatever.
Mm.
And it's just like, what? You know, the whole time that you're playing. And the colors, man, they got some vibrant colors because it's all alien worlds.
Mhm,
But they got all different flora and fauna and stuff like that. And you go to this one village where it looks like little Care Bears,
mhm.
but like they've been taken over and they keep getting enslaved because like all these evil people keep taking them.
Mhm.
And so throughout the game, you find out eventually that some of these creatures, what's going on is the reason why these worlds are being raided is because some of these creatures can be turned into drugs. They're able to turn humans into drugs. Yeah.
Okay then.
Yeah, exactly. And then so you're like, wait, what? So yeah, so they actually smoke humans. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Alrighty then.
Yeah, so
Okay.
this game is completely nuts, man. So yeah,
Now I'm gonna download
yeah,
it.
I'm telling you, man, you gotta play it. You gotta play it. It is crazy, and like I said, just from the start, from the beginning,
Mm,
when you first pick up Kenny, and he starts talking to you, it's just laugh after laugh after laugh, because the whole time he's just doing different stuff, and the different stuff that they say to you about in this game about the different situations that pop up.
mm,
There's like there, and you also, if you pay attention on the TV, there's different TV shows that the alien bounty hunter who took over your house. There's different TV shows that he's watching, and on the TV shows they say some wild stuff too. So, yeah, if you listen to, because sometimes you have to stand there and talk to them, but
mm,
the TV's still playing in the background while you're talking to the bounty hunter and your sister, because they both kind of hang out in the living room of your house,
mm.
and they actually get into arguments. You have to settle arguments between the bounty hunter and your sister sometimes. It's
You gotta be
crazy.
kidding me,
It's
man.
crazy. It's like, why are they making you settle these arguments? It's like y'all are grown. Figure it out. So yeah, that the game is hilariously fun. So
Mhm.
I highly recommend that game for real. If you get a chance, play that game, because it's just one of those games where it's mindless entertainment.
Mm,
That is it. But I really hope that they actually, even if they don't do a sequel to this game, I hope the creators can make another game.
mm.
You end up going to a spa, you go to a brothel, I think. I don't think you actually go in the brothel. I think it's just there.
Mm.
But uh, you ended up going. At one point, you go to this like area, looking for this alien, and for one of your bounties. And when you go into this area, you actually can walk up on somebody who's actually selling sex toys.
No, I mean, you gotta be kidding me.
Bruh, and look, let me see. I'm gonna see if I can actually pull it up my screenshot. So,
It's
yeah, this person is selling sex toys, and when you do, I'm gonna post this too when I post this podcast. Um, when you oh no, sign me out. I'm gonna see if I can actually pull it up here. So, when you do, the person's talking to you. All these people that you talk to, excuse me, all these people that you talk to, they all have different things, and they all go through, like, different little things here or there that just enhance the story.
mm,
And like I said, that guy who actually, like, is like selling the toys and all that stuff, he says a whole bunch of different funky stuff too. So it, it's hard for me to explain without spoiling stuff.
right.
This is one thing that I don't want to spoil for anybody,
Mm,
just because of the little intricate, like, small things that come out in the whole game, and the people is are they're so hilarious. Like, just the other little characters that pop up in here or there. So I'm gonna see if I can actually find these captures here so you can actually see the screen caps. So here goes. Um, here goes. This is the picture with the person selling the sex toys. Yeah, right, right. So yeah, y'all be able to look this up when it comes up. So and here is, if it comes up, here goes the Applebee's. Looks just like a regular Applebee's too.
I got to see this, man. This is
And
crazy.
it's just called Space Applebee's. That's it.
Come on, man.
Yeah. So I didn't take too many screenshots after that. I just took ones of the food and stuff like that. But yeah, it's this game. I'm gonna go back through and I'm gonna take a couple more screenshots. I'm gonna play again, and I'm gonna share some of the screenshots with our on our Instagram and our Facebook page, so that people can actually see. So hopefully we can actually get this podcast out. If we end up recording, like I say, I'm gonna go and try and record some more. So if
Mm,
we end up recording, like I say, this podcast will probably hopefully come out in middle of January sometime. So
mm.
we got another one coming out Monday. Then hopefully this one will drop in the middle of January so we can actually start rolling that way. But I really want I really want everyone that can actually play this to play this because this game just brings a different level of joy to me just because I guess because I love Rick and Morty so much.
Yeah.
But it was really good. So but going back, I do want to talk a little bit about Gotham Knights. I'm not going to go into detail about it because, like I
Mm,
said, I wanted to go ahead and play it a little bit more. Um, I took a picture of Gotham Knights to share with my friend because uh, it had the novel Arkham Asylum in it,
mm.
and it's funny because there's a graphic novel and there's the actual novel that's in there. So that was really cool. And there's a couple of different things in Gotham Knights that I actually suggest if you like action games, um, uh, definitely try out Gotham Knights. Have you ever
Mm.
played any of the Arkham games
Oh
before?
yeah, I played on the original 360.
Okay.
I played all of them. I played Batman Arkham Asylum. Uh uh well, pretty much there were like three of them, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken,
yeah, yeah.
right?
There was Arkham Asylum, Arkham.
There was the one when he was poisoned
Right. Yeah.
by Joker.
That is hilarious that I'm blanking out on all the Arkham games. And
But I
what's
played
even
all.
worse, they're all sitting right there on
No,
my
that
Xbox, but
yeah.
I'm not gonna go through and making all
I
the
played
noise.
them all. I
Yeah.
played them all. Gotham Knights. The only reason why I pause on that because typically I
Mhm.
buy uh every single game from Warner Brothers that's Gotham. I even bought. Of course, I bought the new Batman, Arkham. It was okay. It was Arkham City,
Yep, I was about to say.
uh,
So we got Arkham City,
yeah,
there's Arkham Origins.
Arkham Origins. Yep,
Yep. For the Xbox One, there's Batman Arkham Knight.
yeah.
So
The
yeah.
Arkham Knight.
Mhm.
That's the one. That's the latest one. That's the latest one I played and beat. And I actually I actually was downloading the new skins and new cons because believe it or not, I haven't played all the DLC from that game.
Yeah.
Uh,
And my friend actually let me play Bat Bam Arkham VR. That game is actually dope. I tried that game out. I didn't try Blackgate. I didn't even know Blackgate was out. I'm gonna have to look and see what that's about. Arkham Origins Blackgate. It's probably an addition, an add-on
yeah,
to it.
that sounds like a DLC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to see. Um, and yeah, that game was really good. So I definitely want to want you to check out Gotham Knights.
Mhm.
The concept of the game is no secret. Batman's dead.
Mm.
He dies at the beginning of the game, and his prodigies have to actually take over.
Mm.
You got Nightwing, Dick Grayson.
Mm.
You have Red Hood, who is Jason Todd, which is so funny. Jason Todd was hated so much they ended up killing him off, and then they brought him back to life, and now people love him. They really love him. Um,
Alrighty then.
you didn't know about? Did you know about that?
I didn't know. I didn't know. People hated him like that.
Oh man, yeah, and that's my friend that I told you about that got me into comics. He's the one that kind of told me the whole story about it.
Mm,
It was so crazy that this character in the comics were hated so badly
mm.
that there was I think a 1-800 number or 1-900 number. There was a number that you could call to vote whether to keep him alive or kill him off in the next issue.
Oh
And
wow.
people voted and voted to kill him off. Like you could just call in and just be like, "Here, yeah, we want him dead." And so they killed him off. He got beat down by the Joker, and like bad. And matter of fact, there's a movie about that, and I think we should actually talk about that too.
Mm,
The movie. So there's two movies actually.
mm.
So there's Under the Red Hood, and then there's also Death in the Family.
I seen Under the Red Hood.
Okay, so you've seen
Mm,
Under Red Hood.
mm,
Watch Death in the Family. That should be on HBO Max.
mm.
So, Death in the Family is good. You watch that. I'm gonna rewatch it, and we'll talk about it.
Okay.
I kind of like Death in the Family better because it's closer to the comic.
Mm.
It's way closer to the comic. So, um, but there's there's those two movies, but yeah, that happened, and basically they kind of rewrote how he ended up coming back to life. Depending on which issues you read, there's a couple different ways he came back to life, but primarily right now, canon is the he was brought back to life by the Lazarus pit.
Mm.
So you know what the Lazarus pit?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
of
Okay. All
course.
right.
Yeah,
Cool. Cool.
yeah, yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
Ra's al Ghul,
Gotcha.
Batman.
Yeah.
Mm,
So, yeah. So either way, there's Nightwing, there's Red Hood, there's Batgirl, and then there's Robin.
mm,
And then this Robin is actually Tim Drake. It's not Damian Wayne. Damian Wayne is Batman's true son with Tail al Ghul.
mm,
So they have these four, and they're just kind of picking up where Batman left off. Right now, the word is starting to get out that Batman's dead,
mm,
so criminals are being a little bit more kind of bold.
mhm,
So they have to go out. All of his former sidekicks kind of go out, and they're taking over and doing things what Batman would have did.
mm,
They're just kind of doing it his way. So um that was really the game is really good and like it kind of gives you the feeling like especially once you get to swinging around the city, it
mm,
gives you that Batman feeling. And I know it's kind of corny and cliche to say that, but especially if you're not actually swinging yourself.
mm,
But it's kind of like if you're a comic book fan and you're playing Spider-Man, you play the Spider-Man game, you're swinging through the city,
mm,
that is that Spider-Man feeling, that whole free, and when you're swinging through the city, you feel like one of those vigilantes, and you're doing different stuff. There's a point where if you're surrounded by people, you can hit the button and you throw down a smoke bomb, and you can actually cable up to somewhere different.
mm,
So that's pretty cool. So I've got to actually spread out how I use the characters too, because they all have different little techniques and things they do.
mm,
I've primarily been using Nightwing and Red Hood.
mm,
I've used Robin and Batgirl a little bit.
mm,
I use Batgirl a little bit more than I use Robin, so I definitely need to use Robin a little bit more.
mm,
But I'm gonna play some more. I want to play some more, and I gotta get see if my daughter wants to go play because she's actually started before I did, but she didn't get to play it that much because she got interested in a couple of other games.
mm.
She plays like Switch games and stuff like that. So
Oh, yeah,
um,
makes sense.
yeah. So
Mm, mm,
yeah, she just finished playing Pokemon, but no, I don't even think she finished. I don't know, but anyway, she just played some Pokemon games
mm,
on her Switch, and she's been wrapped up with that instead of getting into Gotham Knights. So I really want her to get back on that with me because she was excited to play that with me. So
mm.
I'm hoping that she's finished. But either way, right now my family's wrapped up in Call of Duty.
I
So
mean, it's that game is just super popular, man.
yeah.
That's I don't know if you heard about it, but that's another reason why Destiny 2
Hmm.
I mean, prior to Lightfall dropping, if it actually did drop, um the player base was really slacking
Hmm.
because because Modern Warfare 2 just sucked up everything,
Yeah.
sucked up everybody, And, so I mean it's really really popular.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I never really messed with Call of Duty like that. Believe it or
Oh
not,
man.
you know.
Oh, but you know what though? I can understand that because it takes it can be frustrating. It can be
Mm,
really frustrating, and to play it online multiplayer, especially when you have people who play it all the time.
mm,
You have those people. My family and I, we played against this group of. I don't even want to say they're kids because they actually sound like they were older. They sound like they were either teenagers
mm,
to early 20s,
mm,
and they were like talking so much junk about us. We're like here just having fun as a family about to play Search and Destroy.
mm.
And then these cats was like, yo, y'all are trash. Y'all are trash. And I'm
Yeah,
like, bruh.
that's why I don't play it because I mean even in Destiny 2, you got the Crucible. If you like PvP,
Hmm.
you got the Crucible, and I was actually very very good at the Crucible,
Hmm.
but I had to stop playing because people just talk too much trash, man. And I'm like, look, I'm just here to enjoy
Right.
myself, man.
Yeah. We're like casual gamers, man.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
it's like, yo, these people who are hardcore need their own lobby. Just like people in
yeah.
Grand Theft Auto 5. This is why I never pushed for you to play Grand Theft Auto
Mm,
5 before.
mm,
People who are on Grand Theft Auto 5, they actually have a name for people like this. They're called griefers.
mm,
They will come up and you'll be playing, and they will come up and interrupt your missions and stuff like that and just follow you the whole time and just keep like bombing you and killing you and killing you and constantly like every time you respawn they kill
oh,
you.
oh, that
Yeah.
would annoy me
So
very very
yeah,
much.
so and that's why. that's why it's good that you can actually just play with friend servers.
Mm,
So they got different servers you can actually play, and it can just be you and your friends playing in a server by itself. Only
mm,
problem is there's certain things you can't do in a friend server.
mm,
They ended up kind of doing some updates so you can do more stuff as a friend server.
mm,
There's a lot of stuff you still can't do, but they also dumbed down some of the weapons because some of the griefers were using it like crazy.
mm,
There was this one thing, there's one vehicle on Grand Theft Auto 5 that it's called the Oppressor Mark II.
mm.
It's a flying motorcycle, and people,
Flyer motorcycle.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's the Oppressor. There's the Oppressor,
Mm,
and it's a motorcycle that actually like kind of glides,
mm,
and you can actually jet and like and fly a little bit with it, and then it ends up going down. But the Oppressor Mark II is just straight. It just straight flies.
mm,
So the wheels are gone on the Oppressor Mark II. Mark One, it still has its wheels, so you
mm.
can drive around. As soon as you extend the wings and hit like the boost, it can fly up and then it comes back down. So it's actually really cool. But these griefers got so good with the oppressors that anytime you would see an oppressor on the map, you would run the other way most of the time.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and there's been times where I get in and there's people who was just flying over with jets and just bombing you. So it just got to this point where I was just like, yeah, man, I don't want to play that,
That
and I just jump on the friend server.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so here's a funny thing about though our friend that used to play with us. So he actually there's this video that he did that was really funny
Mm,
because this person with a submarine kept attacking us, and it
mm,
and it was getting so annoying.
mm,
And he was like uh I don't remember if he was attacking us on land or if he was attacking us in sub or not. I can't remember. But either way, this person who kept attacking us and was basically kind of griefing us,
mm.
he ended up getting in his submarine. So our friend was like, "Oh man, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him." Uh, Dude ran up to the sub. I think I dropped him off in the water,
Mm,
and he ran up on the sub. And I got video of this. He took video of it and sent it to me. Um, he ended up dropping bombs all over the sub. Then he jumped off of the sub, and then he hit the button to explode the sub. And right when you hear this, when you hit the explode button, I guess somehow you can hear that person talk.
mm.
That person goes, "No!"
I think I remember
You
Will
saw the
telling me
videos?
about. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I think Will showed me before.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that was funny, man. That was
yeah.
cool. He was good at getting revenge on griefers. Yeah,
Oh
and
yeah.
so I kind of missed that, but you
Mhm,
know, it was really dope. So when we get to play Grand Theft Auto 5, I am gonna try and get us on a friends only server or whatever,
mm,
and get the right amount of people so we're not interrupted, so you can actually get the actual fun experience of it
mm,
all. So we're gonna work on that. But anyway, we're coming up on time here. Again, like I said, we're gonna go ahead and try to record more. So hopefully y'all hear us a little bit more. We're going to be adjusting our sound levels and different things. So give us a couple more, and we're gonna see about making all the sound better. We're still working on this a little bit, but we're hoping to improve for y'all. If y'all got any questions or comments, just drop us a line. Told my wife podcast at gmail.com. You can also hit us up on our Instagram, Told My Wife Podcast on Instagram. You can follow us on Facebook. We have a Facebook page. It should be just type it in. I told my wife I'm paying bills. Excuse me. I'm like playing game. I'm about
yeah,
to give
yeah,
it
yeah,
away,
yeah,
right?
well, yeah, yeah,
we, we,
exactly.
we don't want to tell her we're
We don't
playing
want to tell
games.
her that. She's
But
like, "We doing
anyway,
what?"
yeah, right. But anyway, though, we're happy to interact with y'all. So if anyone has any suggestions, like I was saying, drop us a line, hit us up, and we're gonna continue to bring more content to you. So until then, this is Slim
This is Black.
signing off, and we want to say happy gaming, everybody.